Ten,
Semi to take studio.
7, 6,
Semi
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Good afternoon, MCHS. I'm Sarah Pedersen.
And I'm Melissa Lindsay. Today on our show, we'll be getting to know more about the first annual MCHS Bike-a-Thon. We'll be watching the first part in a documentary series entitled Paztricia, and we'll hear the opinions of teachers about the aesthetic look of MCHS and does my school look good in this? But first, here's our top story.
Last month, the annual student-directed play, Crazytown, was performed to a sold-out audience at the Morinville Community Cultural Center. Jordan, Imgrund-Harvey, and Carter Mundy bring us this report.
Crazytown was this year's spring play by our MCHS Drama Club. The production had 22 students from grades 9 through 12. The entire show was 90 minutes long. We asked the director and the co-director what the play was all about.
It's a series of scenes, 4 to be exact, that are linked together with kind of wacky news studio clips, and it's all about the citizens that live in this sort of bizarre world.
It takes place as a news report going on in Crazytown. So it's different stories throughout the preceding evening of the news report.
That's what the play is about. But do the people in the play have a favorite scene?
My favorite scene would probably have to be the election scene when Theron does the stupid dumb pants part. That gets me going every time. It's my favorite.
Pictures in your tiny hands. I mean, I'm a political buff. I just love American politics. And Theron is phenomenal in that scene. He's so much fun to watch.
Inspiration comes from everywhere. But what was the inspiration behind this year's spring play?
So the inspiration behind the play, we decided to ask all the drama club people what they would like as a play. We held a vote, and most of the actors said, let's do Crazytown because it holds X amount of people.
After they voted, they knew that there were going to be difficulties. We asked what were the main difficulties while doing this production.
Okay, I'm going to go with attendance, because that's always the hardest bit. When people aren't at rehearsals, it's hard to grow and expand your scene because you're always accounting for somebody who isn't there. Bringing everybody together when needed is probably the biggest challenge.
I have to balance the play, schoolwork, and then my actual work, and then watching my siblings. So it's just been a very complicated journey, but I think we pulled together.
The lack of initiative from myself, that's kind of a big one. That was my big challenge. I was relying too heavily on the help of others where I should have stepped up to the game.
Right after the show, Miss King surprised everyone by announcing next year's musical. We got a first look at what next year's production would be.
James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl. It's going to be amazing. It is so much fun, very theatrical, tons of big Broadway numbers, tons of possibilities for actors, and I've been so excited keeping this secret for months. I've been listening to the soundtrack every day in my car. I am jacked. It's going to be an amazing show. Please audition, please come out and see it.
Sounds great, Miss King. Excited to see it. From all of us here at MCTV News, I'm Jordan Imgrund-Harvey, reporting.
Welcome back. The weather over the last few days has been pretty summery, to say the least.
That's right, Sarah. It's like I shouldn't be in school right now. To see if the very warm weather conditions will continue into the weekend, MCTV meteorologist Cameron Longman.
Thanks, guys. So as you can see over in the Canada region, in Whitehorse, we have 25 degrees and slightly cloudy and rain. In Yellowknife, we have 20 degrees with part cloud. Vancouver, 16 degrees, rainy. Regina, 28 degrees and a little bit cloudy. Winnipeg, 27 degrees and a little bit cloudy. And over in Toronto, over here, we have 24 degrees, a lot sunny actually over here. Winnipeg, Montreal, 27 with a little bit of cloud. Halifax, 25 degrees, quite sunny. St. John, 13 cloudy, and Iqaluit with a little bit of snow. Now into Alberta. As you can see here in high level, we have 29 degrees with slight cloud. Fort McMurray with 28 degrees with slight rain. Edmonton, 28. Regina, 27. Jasper with a little bit of rain and thunder and lightning with 26 degrees. Red Deer, 24 with partial cloud. Calgary, 26 degrees with slight cloud. Medicine Hat, 31 degrees. Banff, and 23. And Grand Prairie's, 27. Now on to current. As you can see, it's 23 degrees and with the wind of 22 kilometers. On to 7-day. Friday, it's going to be 26 degrees with slight rain. Saturday, 13 degrees with rain. Sunday, 16 degrees with partial cloud. Monday, 21. Tuesday, 19. Wednesday, 16. Thursday, 17. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that weather update, Cameron. After the commercial break, we will have our very own Emily Berard to tell us all the latest going-ons in the NHL, NBA playoff finals. We'll be back after this short break.
Does math affect you or a loved one? Math affects millions of people each day. People might tell you you need to do it, or it will be important later on. Don't listen to these remarks. They are a common argument for a terrible thing. Your friends might encourage you to try it, and they'll tell you it's worth it and can even be fun.
Hey, talking to you.
Hey, want to come over and study some algebra?
I can't. I have family over. They'll do it in groups. Peer pressure is bad. Just say no. I'm playing COD right now. It will be tempting, but will cause a lot of stress in the long run. And even if a trusted friend offers you a math problem, you never know where it really came from. The best way to resist the temptation is to preoccupy yourself with other things. Good examples are video games, TV, and Facebook. Your friends and teachers will call this procrastination.
You're just a procrastinator, man.
That's just slang for people who don't do math.
Having trouble with your homework, Andrew? Well, you need the Easy Pad.
That was easy.
Use the Easy Pad when you're late for class.
That was easy.
Or to get out of a tight jam.
Andrew, what's going on?
That was easy.
The Easy Pad, now available in the teacher version.
That was easy.
The Easy Pad, how easy is it?
That was easy.
Welcome back. Emily Berard is here to tell us all the latest in the NHL, NBA, and MLB.
Thanks, Sarah. The NHL Stanley Cup Finals continue tonight. The Predators head into Pittsburgh for Game 5 with the series all tied up at 2 games apiece. Puck drops at 6 p.m. Last night in the NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors beat Cleveland 118-113, taking a 3-0 lead in the best-of-7 finals. A win in Game 4 will not only give Golden State the championship, but will cap a 16-0 postseason that has never been accomplished before by any NBA team. In the majors, Toronto beat Oakland 7-5. The Rockies pounded the Indians 8-1. The Nats doubled the Dodgers 4-2. The Yankees shut out Boston 8-0. Baltimore won 9-6 at home against Pittsburgh. The Chicago White Sox lost on the road to Tampa Bay. The Angels were blanked by the Tigers 4-0, and St. Louis was edged to Cincinnati 6-4. In early May, mCHS held its first annual Bike-a-Thon to raise money for Pope Francis School in the Philippines. Student and staff teams cycled for 24 hours straight. Cameron Longman and Ethan Boissonnault bring us this report.
Today was a historic day for mCHS as they had held their first ever Bike-a-Thon. But first, what gave you the idea to create the Bike-a-Thon at mCHS in the first place?
We were looking at different possibilities for a service project for our religion 15 and 25 class. And both myself and other people had heard of Belrose and Scona doing a Bike-a-Thon, and we We saw what other schools had done, how they'd raised, again, pretty good amounts of money for charity, and we thought that would be something neat to introduce here.
How long does it usually take on a daily basis to try and get Bike-a-Thon set up for that first year ever?
Probably a few months, but the longest thing the thing that took the longest, was getting people to get their forms and parent permissions in.
We were curious, what made them want to join Bike-a-Thon?
Well, I'm in religion class, and we're the class that organized it. I kind of wanted to do it because it brought everybody together, and it just gave us a sense of unity. It is also for a good cause, so it always helps out with that.
I joined up because my friends kind of peer pressured me into doing it, and also I wanted to get out of school, so.
Is the Bike-a-Thon exciting in your opinion?
It's definitely exciting. It brings you all together, and it's honestly, it's just for a good cause. It just, just kind of highlights what MCHS can do and what we can do for the community and just around the world.
Were there some challenges to doing Bike-a-Thon, and what were they?
Staying up. You gotta stay up. Like, your team needs you. If you're taking shifts, you gotta stay up all night, man.
Seats, they hurt. When you sit down on them for a very long time, it really hurts.
As everyone leaves the room tired and sweaty after a hard, grueling 24 hours, this is Cameron Longman reporting for MCTV.
Next up, we have the first part in a documentary series about a rare addiction centered around a girl named Paztricia. The creators would like viewers to know that all footage was collected consensually and that the subject of this documentary is not a danger to society currently. Now enjoy part 1 of the Paztricia series. Addictions are something that affect thousands of people every single day.
Today, on Documentaries Around the World, we'll be taking an inside look at an extremely rare addiction in small-town Canada. Meet Paztricia. A Gucci addict.
Paztricia's last name, age, and social security number are unknown.
Her Canadian citizenship is questionable.
But let's get a deeper look in this 3-part series at the Gucci addict.
Welcome to the Paztrilogy. In Paztricia's hometown, we were able to get a good look at Paztricia's teachers, classmates, and so-called friends.
I don't know Paztricia overly well. We go to the same mailbox. We're pretty close.
It's a very aggressive friendship, but sometimes she's a pleasant person. But sometimes I want to bang my head against the wall.
There's been much debate on whether Paztricia has an actual addiction. Here's the opinion of her so-called friends.
There are some of the classic symptoms there of perhaps an addiction. Whether it's full-blown addiction at this point, it is tough to tell because I'm not a medical practitioner.
As much as I don't want to say this, yeah, she's heavily addicted to Gucci. Like, she needs help.
With an extremely rare addiction and being in high school, we were curious about her classroom behavior.
Some of the more erratic behavior is, when she came to class one day and she had a purse within a purse within a purse, and all of them were Gucci. So I was a little concerned that, it's one thing to have a single Gucci purse. But then to have multiples and then using them at the same time seemed a little odd.
Thank you for joining us for the first episode of the Paztrilogy.
This has been Donna Joanne
and Benjamin Susan from Documentaries Around the World.
See you next time. She found us. We don't know what to do. She's in center court. She's reading the latest magazine. Call the police.
Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for next episode.
Has been extended to today. Friendly reminder that the Block 1-2 class with the most donations gets a pizza party. Hey, grade 11s, it's time to order your 2018 grad wear. T-shirts are $20 and long sleeves are $22.50. Be sure that the payment reaches Mrs. Jackson in the main office by Tuesday. Those who will be attending the hiking trip in September are reminded that you have a meeting at lunch on Tuesday the 13th in the Media Lab. Contact Mr. Boonstein for more information. Need to get your MCTV news fix? If so, head online to www.boundstein.net. Our digital archive expanding and will soon include all episodes aired for the last 23 seasons. For those and all other school information, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements in Block 3, logging on to the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, and following the school's Twitter at MCHS Wolves or searching the hashtag MCTV News.
MCHS is a very unique building here in Morinville. Our very own Rashid and Nick MacDonald asked the teachers of MCHS what they think about the school's aesthetic and architecture, for better or for worse. Enjoy this piece entitled, "Does my school look good in this?"
So we interviewed several teachers around the school as to what they thought about the school's aesthetic. We got diverse positive and negative feedback, which is very helpful. For the most part, teachers enjoyed the school's modern structure and beauty.
I like the center court area probably the best, with the balcony looking over top, and I like that the drama walls can lift up and become part of the center court area. I like that. I like the whole atrium feel.
The artwork really enhances the school, so lots of opportunity and some really great artwork on the walls. And I noticed that there's a new First Nation spot here, and I like the writing of the apology that was issued. And you know, I don't know, not that refers to color scheme, but I guess the neutral color scheme allows for colors to be highlighted, and that's what I notice. That's what I like.
I don't think gray showcases patriotism. I do like the purple aesthetic of the school, though. I think maybe some school spirit could be brought into the school by showing more student artwork around the building.
We received legitimate complaints and suggestions from the teachers.
Well, the long hallways are tough. I would prefer a school that like looped back, you know, like almost like a figure 8, like so that you don't have to constantly walk down these crazy long hallways, and then maybe bathrooms in more areas of the school, because it's always such a long walk if you're down that grade 9 hallway.
Some of the leaks could be fixed. You know, when it rained earlier on in the week, there were a couple puddles in the hallway, so that might be able to be fixed for sure.
I don't know that anything comes to mind for dislike. I like its openness. I like a lot of natural light. I don't really dislike anything about it, I don't think.
Things change over time, except for MCHS apparently, because it's stayed pretty much the same for the past 20 years.
I think the only major differences, other than like small things like the flat screen TVs, would be the paint job that was done a couple of years ago. So we painted over a lot of like the purple and blues, and we brought in like the MCHS blue and orange, like in the stairwell.
It's best not to make demands that are a bit too ambitious, however.
You know, it would be an awesome thing if we had like a swimming pool with a diving board and like water slides, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to happen anytime in the future.
As you can see, people are really opinionated about this place they call school. Anyways, this is Rashid reporting for MCTV News.
And that's a wrap. This concludes season 23 of MCTV. A big thank you to the cast and crew of grade 9 this semester, and to the grade 10, 11, and 12s who worked on the show during the first semester.
As well, thanks to Julie Audie and Jasmine King for helping us through our first semester with Mr. Pedersen. Couldn't have done it without you.
Join us again for all new episodes when season 24 starts in the fall of 2017. From all of us here at MCTV News, I'm Sarah Pedersen.
And I'm Alyssa Lindsay. Thanks for tuning in to our season finale, and have a great summer.